Hello and welcome everyone. Today we are about to start a really fun gardening adventure. We're going to learn all about growing one of the most wonderfully fragrant flowers in the entire world, the incredible jasmine. Get ready because your home is about to smell absolutely magical.
I mean, just look at those beautiful flowers. Have you ever walked past a jasmine plant and just wished you could bottle up that amazing smell and have it in your own backyard? Well, guess what? You totally can. In this explainer, we're going to walk through everything you need to know to grow these beauties all by yourself.
So, here's our game plan for today. Think of it as our adventure map. First, we're going to properly meet the amazing jasmine. Then we'll figure out how to choose your perfect jasmine buddy. After that, we'll create a happy home for it, learn some essential tips and tricks, including haircuts, and finally, we'll get to enjoy that sweet, sweet smell of success. Let's do this!
Okay, first things first. Let's get to know our new plant friend. What exactly is jasmine anyway? And what is it about this plant that makes people fall in love with it in gardens all over the world?
Well, for starters, jasmine isn't just some plant that's here for a season and then gone. It's a perennial, which means it can live for more than 2 years. So if you take good care of it, it's going to be your garden buddy for a long, long time. And it's super versatile. It can grow as a climbing vine that'll cover a wall, or it can be a nice, tidy shrub. But let's be honest, its real claim to fame is that absolutely incredible fragrance.
Now here's where it gets really interesting. Not all jasmine is the same. It's kind of like a tale of two jasmines. You've got your summer jasmine, which is the one we all think of. It blooms in the heat and has that super powerful sweet scent. And then you have its tough cousin, winter jasmine. This one is amazing because it flowers in the cold, giving you these cheerful yellow flowers when nothing else is growing. But here's the plot twist. It has no scent at all.
All right, let's move on to our next big step. You know, there are over 200 different types of jasmine out there. So choosing the right one is kind of like picking a new best friend. You want to find the one that's a perfect match for you and your garden.
So here are some of the superstars you're most likely to meet. There's common jasmine, which is that amazing climber that's perfect for a trellis or an archway. Then you have Arabian jasmine. This one is extra fragrant and is actually the type often used to make jasmine tea. Pink jasmine is just gorgeous with these pretty pink buds that pop open into white flowers. And of course, there's our friend winter jasmine, the tough shrub that's going to bring you some color in the dead of winter.
So, this really brings us to the most important question you need to ask yourself right now. What's your vision? Are you picturing a beautiful, fragrant wall of green vines? Or do you need something a bit smaller, like a nice shrub for a garden bed? Nailing down the answer to this is the absolute key to picking your perfect jasmine buddy.
Okay, you've picked your jasmine. Awesome. Now for the fun part. It's time to roll up our sleeves and create the absolute perfect home for it. A place where it can really thrive and give you tons of those beautiful flowers.
The best way to think about it is like a simple recipe, which is 4 main ingredients. Number 1, a sunny spot. Most jasmine varieties need at least 4 to 6 hours of sun every day. Number 2, yummy soil. It loves rich soil that drains well, so mixing in some compost is a fantastic idea. Number 3, if you've got a climber, you need to give it a sturdy friend, like a trellis, to climb on. And finally, number 4, the right amount of water. You want to keep the soil moist, but definitely not soggy. Jasmines hate having wet feet.
But hey, what if you don't have a big yard? What if you're working with a balcony or a small patio? Don't you worry. Jasmine can be perfectly happy growing in a pot.
Now, if you are going the container route, there are a few things to keep in mind. You don't want the roots to get all cramped up and root-bound, so plan on moving it to a bigger pot every couple of years. Potted plants also need a bit more plant food or fertilizer because they can't get nutrients from the ground. And this is the big one. Make absolutely sure your pot has good drainage holes at the bottom. That's a must. Okay, so your jasmine is planted, it's in its happy home. Now what? Well, now we're going to get into some pro tips to keep it looking its best. A little bit of upkeep goes a really long way, especially if you want a ton of flowers.
And here it is, maybe the #1 secret to jasmine's success. Don't be scared to give your plant a haircut. I know, it sounds a little weird to chop bits off your plant, but pruning is the absolute best way to get more flowers. Trust me on this one. Your jasmine will thank you for it.
And here's the simple reason why that works. See, jasmine flowers almost always grow on new branches. So when you trim back the old stems, you're basically sending a signal to the plant telling it, hey, time to grow a bunch of new branches. And every single one of those new branches is a place where flowers can bloom. So more branches means more flowers. It's really that simple. Now, even in the most perfect garden, sometimes you might get a few unwanted party guests. Tiny little critters might decide your jasmine looks like a great place to hang out. But don't you worry. Dealing with pests is just part of gardening, and there are some really easy ways to handle it.
So here's your game plan for your polite pest patrol. The usual suspects are little guys like aphids, spider mites, and whiteflies. Get in the habit of checking underneath the leaves. That's their favorite hiding spot. A lot of the time, just a gentle spray of soapy water is all it takes to wash them away. If they're a little more stubborn, organic neem oil is a fantastic, safe way to keep them off your plant for good.
And now, we have finally arrived at the absolute best part of this whole adventure. After all your hard work, your care, and your patience, it's time to enjoy the incredibly fragrant rewards.
Yes, you did it! It is officially flower time. Your jasmine is blooming and your garden smells incredible. This is that perfect moment that every gardener lives for. So just take a second and really enjoy the amazing sight and smell that you created.
And if you want to bring some of that amazing smell inside, here's how you harvest your treasure. The absolute best time to pick the flowers is early in the morning, right after the sun has dried the dew. That's when their scent is the strongest. You can just float them in a little bowl of water and it'll make your whole room smell amazing. Or you can even use the fresh flowers to make your own jasmine tea.
You know, besides just smelling fantastic, that beautiful aroma actually has a little bonus benefit. The scent of jasmine is known to have a really calming effect. It can actually help you feel more relaxed and less stressed. So, growing jasmine isn't just good for your garden, it can be good for you too. Okay, now for a quick but really important note. Everything we've talked about today is just for fun and learning. This is not medical advice. So before you use jasmine or any other plant for health reasons, please always make sure to check with a doctor or another expert first. You know, successfully growing a beautiful jasmine plant is a huge accomplishment. But it's also just the beginning. Your garden adventure is just getting started. Now that you've mastered this amazing flower, the possibilities are endless. So the only question left is, what are you going to grow next?